The mention of food as medicine comes from the scriptures. And I asked you the question, what is the scriptures? The answer is very simple. It's the word of God. And who is God? The all-knowing.
The creator.
When the all-knowing God is telling, make medicine from food, he's joking.
So,
how serious you have to take it? How serious have you got to take the word of God which says food is medicine, medicine must be made from food. Okay? So what do? You have to follow what the God said. Only then you will get the benefit of that knowledge which God said, make medicine from food.
So in every religious scriptures, this has been mentioned.
Yes.
Every religion.
That's what. In my treatise, Food is Medicine, I quoted all the various religions.
Every major prophet has mentioned
look at it.
that food will be some form of healing in the future.
In the Bible it's mentioned, in the Quran it's mentioned, in the Indian scriptures it is mentioned. My question is, why didn't people take it seriously?
Yeah, why did we develop?
Why people didn't take it seriously?
Yeah, why is there allopathy medicine then?
Did God say God make medicine from chemicals and poison? This is the question I asked myself. At most, some of the scriptures talks about herbs and like not poisons and chemicals. If that is the case, what will happen? What should happen? People who are loyal to God, believe properly God, will definitely would have taken the pain to study how to make medicine from food. Because you are following an instruction given by God. See how important it is? So God has to go and take poison and make medicine.
But we cannot deny the fact that allopathy medicine has also some form healed in a way.
That's right. It has some benefits, we know.
Yeah, like an antibiotic.
But it has also got its side effects. And it cannot cure many diseases. Can you cure cancer? No. Can you cure dengue? You're not. Diabetes? You're not.
Chemotherapy and stuff like that, it's not natural, right? Things like chemotherapy and stuff like that, it's not natural. Still curing.
So it's very toxic. But it's not a cure.
Right. You lose your hand and stuff like that.
Yeah. So definitely somebody have to sit and work, do the research, how to make medicine from food as stated in the scriptures. Some people have done vitamins and all that. Not enough. Not enough. Can vitamin cure dengue? Cannot. Can vitamin cure cancer? Cannot. So, there must be some other formulas from nature which we have to do so that it can cure many of the diseases which chemicals cannot cure.
Do you think natural medicine can cure cancer in the future?
Yes.
How?
In fact, we have cured many cases, but I'm only just beginning. What if you do more research?
So let me justify this. So it's the time lah.
Yeah.
So people were not intelligent enough to develop medicine from food, and then now we
Not only
kind of
not
have
intelligent, they're not interested. Why?
but it's also intelligence.
No, intelligence one thing. What actually block them is
Money.
money.
Oh,
Mm.
it's more money to sell a Panadol.
Yeah. So, we should move and find ways and means, study, do research, and come out with a philosophy, with the principles, concepts of modern natural medicine in a scientific way, develop remedies, okay? Use them and prove it works, get it approved for public consumption, the government, right?
Which is the safety part.
Yeah.
lah.
Then, method of practicing it, how to use it on patients. That's practice and advocacy. Then, education and training. That's what we have done now. So, you must develop a body of knowledge which scientific cannot be, refuted like no proof. That knowledge you have to make into structured course. And when you have completed that course, you know how to use natural medicine to prevent illness and to heal illness. That is what you learn in the college. That is what is in the syllabus. And it took 25 years to develop that. And it's new.
I think the biggest factor in natural medicine that can go against whatever we have in the industry is safety.
Yeah.
Natural medicine
Correct.
is presumably more
Medicine must be first safe.
safe. Hmm.
Why? Because it is written, first do no harm.
Hmm.
When you first do no harm, you don't use poison.
Was that one of the biggest factors for you to actually develop this?
Because we want something which is safe, effective, in line with nature. And we are part of nature. Human being is a product of nature, correct? If he is a product of nature, you have to turn to nature to unravel the secrets of life, health, and all that. That's what I did. I went to nature, went to the seeds, edible seeds.
What's the inspiration? Safety?
Yeah.
What's the inspiration? I mean, I know you said scriptures.
Safety is very critical, but safe and not effective, what for? It must be safe, it must be effective, and it must be affordable.
I have one question. Since you are talking about the scriptures, right? Way back when the natural medicine was anticipated, and also United Nations also took that natural medicine to be given to all humankind. That's where it become voodoo, and then this normal
Right, taboos.
all came, and it was unsafe. But they are still practicing it.
How did medicine evolve?
To cure the disease was
First,
Wait. What do you mean by medicine evolved? Like what?
how
From
did
food?
people
start.
look at medicine start?
There was one
like it can be healing and stuff like that.
Because you are talking about all these kinds of practices, right?
Mm.
It started with magico-religious system.
Yeah, comes with scripture.
So when it is magico-religious, there is no proof, there is no science, nothing. So when the science came, they said this one is useless because they have no proof. Now you know.
But how can it be no proof when people have healed
Healed.
through that? How can you say no proof? I take a plant, I turn it into like a serum, and then I
That
give
is
you.
what
you
happened to many of these people have healed, some people have not healed. But there was no the scientific method with the modern science used in that. So from there it evolved into improved a bit empirical, some form of science during the time of Hippocrates and all these people.
Right. So I would say.
So from religious, this one
ignorance
is going into empirical.
Right.
If you read the book of Hippocrates, it will say some form of logic, reason, trying, giving and seeing and all that. But at the same time he said, first do no harm. After empirical came science, logical, reason. The third phase, the modern one, scientific method, how you have to develop the science. There must be proof, there must be evidence, repeatable. So, scientific method became the acid test. So when this scientific method came, many of the old things, like magic or voodoo, this and all that, the scientific world said all nonsense. Even the theory of the, Vata, Pitta, Kavam.
What is that?
They call it, what theory is that? Humoral theory. Humoral.
What is that? I don't know. What does that mean?
Yeah, disease caused by flame,
Okay.
wind,
Okay.
humoral theory, Vada,
Okay.
Pitta, all the bile and all that.
Okay.
Kavam, all the flame and all that.
Okay.
They said these three. But when the modern science came, they said this is all rubbish and they said nonsense.
Oh.
So they went into scientific method.
Oh, okay.
Understand?
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Now you know.
So wait,
When
what?
the scientific method came,
Okay.
everything has to be evidence-based. Everything must have a method of doing. There shouldn't be any doubt. The theory must be proven and the experiments repeated and the same results you must get. That is scientific method.
So in a way, there's been like a battle of science and spirituality.
Scientific?
Scientific and spirituality. They try to differentiate that.
Yeah. That's the time the mind was out.
I think people, because when we develop a little bit more, people started questioning spirituality.
Yeah. No proof. That's why they asked who developed the scientific method. René Descartes.
Right. When was
René Descartes.
When was that?
16 something.
Okay, so
17th century.
around the time the divide started between
Yeah.
spirituality and science.
So they asked him, how mind comes into your theory? Say no proof. Leave it to God. Only study the body and the science. So the science became a physical body science. And today allopathy is mainly physical and body. What happened to spirit? Not only that, all chemical drugs. Of course, surgery was there, which is good. They learn how to develop surgery, but they use drugs for some important thing, like anesthesia and antibiotics. But then others they use all kinds of poisons, which has now thousands and thousands of poison drugs. Do you want to continue this?
And this is man's ignorance against the natural medicine.
Man's ignorance against natural medicine is what you're saying.
No, I won't say it's ignorant. I say the lack of interest.
I would say we are not fully developed because the timing was not, we didn't get enough enlightenment and knowledge to make science and spirituality equal.
No. Keep the spiritual aside first. medicine. They started develop vitamins and all that. That was a good move. Many diseases were cured with that.
Wait,
But
okay, when you
many
say,
couldn't cure.
wait, when you say vitamin, is that natural or is that like chemical based?
Natural.
Vitamins are natural?
Natural.
Vitamin C is a natural thing?
Yeah, ascorbic acid is natural. But you can take it from nature or you can make it in the lab. But the formula is the same.
Like what? Eating an orange and taking a
You
tablet?
can take that. That's why last time they gave all the orange and all the fruits. Vitamin C in the shape. Last time I got ascorbic acid.
So, wait, let me get this right. You're saying vitamins are okay?
Vitamin is the beginning, but not enough, I'm telling.
Oh, right.
It cured a few of the vitamin deficiency diseases like scurvy, rickets.
So, in a way, it's like whatever can be proven was allowed.
That is scientific method.
Oh.
So what happened? They started extracting chemicals from plants and all that. And then slowly when the science developed, they know how to create chemicals in the lab. That became the main science. You know, create a chemical for this disease, create a chemical for... So the chemicals and all that became the thing. We can create one chemical for this, we can create one chemical for that. Now what's the difference between that and nature?
The side effect.
Nature doesn't work on one chemical. See, nature worked, you see, take vitamin C, yeah? Okay. It is, say, in the orange. But there are also other chemicals there. It's a group of chemicals including the vitamin C. When you take out separately, it won't work the way it works naturally. So natural medicine is not one chemical. Yeah, nature. And seeds, so many chemicals. You eat whatever the body needs. But you take out, why did they take out? Make money. Create a vitamin C tablet, go and sell it everywhere.
Also, like it can be proven, lah. Separating it creates evidence. You know, you can do it, right? That's why.
So, when these chemical things are going, people were very excited. A lot of science, especially the Rockefeller group, paid money to develop all this in Germany. And they kicked out all the homeopathy fellows and all that, using their power, money power. So, allopathy started. Brilliance. What happened to naturopathy? Suppressed.
Okay, so but is it like coming back
Of course.
through time?
That is why the Nobel Committee has included natural medicine now.
Oh.
You understand? Last time it was only physiology and medicine. Now they included natural medicine. So they expect people to do research on that. And I'm one of them doing it. Remember that. I think they included early 2002 or something. And nobody has applied, got prize for it yet.